There you go.
All right, we had a really cool intro. We had nailed it, absolutely.
We
had
nailed it.
music queued up perfectly. Seuss's home run, the call on Seuss's home run, I'm not going to get any better than that. And apparently, our technical guy, I'm not going to name names because I don't want to offend Stash or anything, but didn't turn on the microphone for that. So hopefully our GoPro picked up some audio so we at least hear somewhat of a call from that leadoff home run from Seuss. Psych in a jam here in the first inning.
Nobody out, first and second.
Gave up an absolute tank to Seuss, who pulled a home run for maybe the second time in his career. We're working on updating the scoreboard here because we were worried about the sound, I guess. I'm Mippy5. I'm joined here by Grizz, three-time HRL champion Grizz.
Yep, I think so.
Yeah, I remember when I only had 3. That was a while ago.
We're not doing that, are we?
I was gonna wait to start doing that until like the second or third inning, but now I'm just angry because that home run call is gone.
Right.
I would have made Aegis so proud. Aegis cannot be here tonight because he has to work, and they don't pay us to do this right here. So I guess he chose getting money over calling play-by-play for a wiffle ball game.
Wait, we're not getting paid?
Are you getting paid?
No.
Yeah.
You know, Mip, I got a little question for you. In this series, we got Hove, Hondi, Psych, Dodger Dave, all really good buddies off the wiffle ball field. There have been rumors around the league that this group of friends has actually taken over the Fridley Factor takeover of the league. Your thoughts?
As Hondi swings and miss. That's borderline offensive. Psych has brought in a good crew, and he's actually brought in a good cheering section. I'm not sure, maybe it's Hondi that's brought in the big cheering section. A lot of muscles in the cheering section, too.
A lot of Chads over there, let me tell you.
A lot of nice guys, but a lot of muscles that could bench me and you probably a few times. As Pal pokes it the other way, Hove's going to tag the throw to third. I think he got him. Way to get out of the jam. Web jam with the relay to Psych. He pegs Hove in the back, and he gets him by a half a step.
There's a reason they call him Web Gem, folks. Hey, have a good one. It's not like that happened last year or anything. You're good at those.
And that play looks like it was just off camera. We don't control these technical aspects. Stash set up the camera, so if you couldn't see that play, don't blame us. We're just here to do play-by-play.
If you guys want Stash's cell phone number, just let us know in the chat.
Yeah, I feel like we do need to tilt this camera a little bit to the left right here. The camera's like off kilter. It's got a lot of foul territory to right.
So stand up. And you see, grab that circle thing. Felt the circle. There you go.
All right, hopefully that's a little bit better. We got our tech guy, Stash. We love Stash. We give him a hard time. He's done a lot for the league, done a lot for these live streams. Without him, we don't have these live streams. So just an unfortunate top of the first where we missed Seuss's home run call. At least we have it on video and GoPro.
Hey, quick shout out here to Cakes for letting the tech team know that there was no sound on the live stream. We
Yeah.
appreciate you, Cakes.
Love that. Now, as Seuss gets warmed up for his 10th World Series right here.
10th World Series.
10th World Series. So he's played in the World Series every other year, basically, that this league has been around. We'll redo our intro.
You think he's feeling the nerves?
No, absolutely not. He's feeling those positive butterflies that only Seuss can feel. So here's what the intro was supposed to sound like. And welcome back. I'm Mippy5. We're here in the bottom of the first. That would have been a lot more epic as the game started, but we still got to get that little soundbite in. I'm joined here by Grizz, 3-time World Series champion, recent loser in the playoffs.
Made it a lot farther than the Mets did.
That is a very good point. Seuss is going to face, it looks like WebGem to lead things off, the Aces hero from round 2, the Hopkins City Finals. Tell me about that at-bat that WebGem had in the City Finals to walk off the Grasshoppers.
I remember a pitch being thrown, and then I blacked out, and apparently they said it went over the fence. I was pretty positive I caught it. I think it was a pretty standard WebGem making up rules as the game went on for the win.
That's one way to look at it right there, from the left fielder who fell on the fence and then cried for about 20 minutes on the ground.
I'm sorry, where were you in that game?
Watching. Good point again. I keep setting these up for you. You're welcome.
Well, let's just hope WebGem here can be as good as Dr. Seuss and lead off his team with a solo bomb here to start the first.
Like I mentioned earlier, Dr. Seuss, this is his 10th World Series appearance. WebGem, on the other hand, has not been in the World Series in 9 years.
You think he's feeling a little bit of nerves today, Matt?
You know, an OG wiffle baller, maybe being back for the first time, there are a little bit of nerves.
You know, that was the one of the first ever sentimental tweets I've seen WebGem sent out. I think the World Series pressure is getting to him a little bit.
I missed that tweet. I'm gonna have to look that up later on tonight. I was busy working, but you're gonna have to show that one to me. Seuss gets ahead with the screwball, and then the riser, perfectly at 62 miles an hour. That's popped up. Hove is there for the play, all-star fielder Hove. WebGem's tweet says, "It's been 9 years since I had the chance to play in an HRL Twin Cities World Series. Not sure I'd ever make it back, but now I can't wait for the opportunity again to play for the Cup." Why am I crying in the club right now? Wow.
Some people just hit you differently, man.
Yeah. Cycle step up to the plate. Screwball, well, that one's 64 miles an hour, so that's just going to be a no pitch. That's Seuss's one warning for the
Cannot
game.
do that, sir.
That's cheating.
That is what you call cheating.
And so he does it again. Double cheater.
Somebody's amped up.
I'd be amped up facing Psych, too. You feel like you got to throw a little bit extra hard to get him out. I've probably done the same a few times.
I just didn't know Dr. Seuss was that kind of a person.
It's really
a cheater.
Yeah, really a lack of character on his part. You think somebody who's been in the World Series 10 times would maybe respect the rules a little bit more, but
how many
I'm
World
not here to
Series
judge.
does Dr. Seuss have? Is he at 4 now?
As Psych just gets under it, and Pooh Bear camps under it. 2 quick pop-outs for Seuss. And now he'll have the opportunity to face Babyface. What was your question again?
How many World Series championships does Dr. Seuss have?
He has 4. He's
4 of them.
tied for the all-time lead with 4 World Series championships.
How many does WebGem have? 2?
WebGem has 2.
2? Alright, let's go Aces.
Grizz eyeing that 4th cup, trying to get that 4th cup before Dr. Seuss gets his 5th cup.
We'll see what the issue is with that,
Yeah,
sir.
no, it's a cups race. I feel that. Riser, I think that clipped the pole.
2-1, I think.
A little bit of discussion about it, but it did clip the pole. Little grounder. Let's see how fast Babyface can run. Oh my goodness, Hove with the scoop, and I think they got him by a half step.
Pooh Bear makes the call in the field. It is the fielder's choice, I believe.
Yep, Psych on the bench is saying out as well. What a play by Hove. He makes 2 nice plays that inning, and that's why he's an all-star fielder.
That was a pretty unnecessary slide, if you ask me. If you just run through it and pick it up, it's not even a conversation.
Maybe if you would have slid over the fence like that instead of crashing into the wall with your tailbone, you would have made a play, and you maybe would have been playing in the World Series.
It's fair enough, man. Hove in the field reminds me a lot of Mippy5, making plays that are routine look like they're very difficult when they aren't.
You got to brand yourself somehow. You got to get those clips for the internet, I'll field 90% on incredible plays, but I'll also field 90% on routine plays. I'll do the routine.
Yeah,
ones.
90%'s generous.
Seuss takes ball 1.
This is just going to be a fun, intriguing matchup to watch all series, folks.
I can't wait for 7 games of this.
Is that a hot take prediction?
No,
7
aces
game
in 5.
series? Aces in 5?
Yeah. You got a prediction?
You know, I was thinking about it all day. Seuss was looking pretty locked in, but in all fairness, there were a couple good swings on him in the first inning. Just underneath a little bit. I think the aces are going to lock in a little bit here. Dr. Seuss is looking at me now. I'm kind of scared.
It is an interesting dynamic.
Okay.
Having the play-by-play crew literally in the batter's ear as they're trying to hit some of the best pitchers in the league.
Yeah, but if you're a decent hitter, you just tune everything out.
And Seuss was able to do that.
Seuss was able to do
bat.
that and hit an absolute nuke.
If Seuss homers again, I'm doing the exact same call because nobody will know. Who's gonna know?
You know,
they'll never know.
Seuss is a guy that often.
Oh, what a clutch walk by
walk.
Seuss! He watched that one in so far, didn't even flinch, and he reaches first base on an amazing walk. And the Seuss is really loose now.
You know, a lot of people really don't give Dr. Seuss enough credit for his hitting. I know earlier this year in the All-Star game, Dumpy came in with a .4 ERA or whatever it was, and Seuss took him yard in the first inning of that game. And he comes and leads off the World Series off of Psych with a home run as well. A guy can knows how to hit the ball in big situations.
Yeah, I've said it all year, especially this year. Seuss has been a really underrated hitter. Especially his last few years, he's really picked it up. A lot of people used to call him, as Hope swings and misses, a lot of people used to call him a Poe, if you will, pitcher only. He's no longer a Poe.
I still look at him. Who we got in the chat here?
We got the usual. We got Scrabble. We've got Madison Kantz, Tommy TC in the chat, Ages, and Muhammad Johnson. The Aldez launches and stares down his bench. Lift off for Hove here in the second, and the Cakes have come to play.
You know, I think this is a situation. If you're the Aces, you gotta look at it. Why are you not starting the veteran Web Gem game 1?
Already second guessing. Already pulling a Thunderson right here. Wow, childhood friend on childhood friend crime right there. As Pooh Bear flares it foul, out of reach.
I don't quite know the stat on it, but I'd love to know how many come from behind and walk-off wins the Aces have this year. I'd be willing to bet it leads the league. For sure Americans, for sure Grasshoppers, for sure, who else? There are multiple teams.
As that one takes care of the radar gun, so we're going to have a small delay as that gets fixed. Well, the Aces walked us off twice.
There you go.
Yeah. So that was fun.
I don't think it's quite as many times, though, as the Vibes got walked off
already
weeks in a row.
The Vibes catching strays in the second inning of the World Series. Love that. Yeah, Vibes lost 5-6 games in the 6th inning after having leads this year.
Right in a row walk-off losses. That's tough.
Well, let's talk about that. The Cakes beat the Vibes to get to the World Series in 5 games right here. And after Psych pitches his pitch, takes it low. They had a Hove-Epstein matchup in Game 5, and on paper, that's advantage Vibes by a long shot. As Pooh Bear goes down swinging.
No text it's because I don't have any friends.
Can confirm, Too Bad does not have any friends.
So it's tough to call the Baby Cakes a Cinderella team with all the experience they have in World Series appearances. But if any year were to be a Cinderella team for a Seuss team, as Hondi grounds it to Dodger Dave, he makes the play. If any year they were to be called a Cinderella team, this would be the year. First round of the playoffs, they had to face the Mets.
Reigning, defending, undisputed champions.
Absolutely. That's a tough first round matchup. Then the Vibes. as Palp swings and misses. Many people thought the Vibes were the clear favorites to come out of Egan this year. And now they face the Aces, statistically the best team in the history of the league. Only 2 losses. It's tough to argue that.
Yeah, but they didn't have enough wins. Still 36 wins.
Yeah, they tied for the league lead in wins. They were scared to play that last game.
They didn't want to play that last game.
Yeah, they didn't want that game 3.
I know the Grasshoppers and the Mets both asked them to play game 3s multiple times. They only took the Mets up. I don't know why they wouldn't do it with the Grasshoppers. Get that 39th game in there.
I mean, didn't they 20 run you both games first time in the world in the regular season?
No comment.
Palpatine comes to bat.
I'm a little buzzed up for that game.
I'm not sure how many of these stats you missed in these first 5 minutes when I was talking about World Series appearances, so maybe I'll just do that again as Palpatine strikes out to end the second, but not before Hove lifts off. And the Baby Cakes take a 3-0 lead.
Seuss playing the nice game with Evan here, really trying to get in his head in between innings. Calling him buddy and friend, smiling at him. The mind games that this guy plays are truly surreal.
He's an absolute winner. He'll do whatever it takes to win. People in the chat, let me know about the sound. If the play-by-play is too loud, we can turn down our mic. If there's too much background noise, we can change the direction so it's just our voice. I know there's a Big Booty Mix 69 playing right now in the background. If that's drowning out anything, we can change the direction of the mic. We're here for your pleasure. We're here to serve you. So let us know what type of audio/video you want. I'm gonna go ahead and just lower the mic a little bit right now. It's looking like we're clipping out.
First career World Series at bat for that one they call Dumpy.
Ooh, first career at bat for Dumpy in the World Series. Yeah, this is a big moment.
They already have the Titanic music playing in the background.
Wow, it's a bold choice down 3-0 in the second. It's usually saved for like walk-off homers in Game 7. Dumpy showing some discipline early in this at-bat, something he did not show early in his at-bats Thursday night. Last year, Dumpy played for the Rough Riders, and this year he joined up as he pops up to Seuss. Another pop-up. Seuss is there for the play. This year he joined up with the, I hate the term super team, it's overused, but this is a super
Dumb
team.
term.
He joined
Call
up with
them
the
Super
Aces.
Best Friends Club.
I like that. That's more PC. Dodger Dave's first World Series at bat.
Fun fact, he does in fact have a World Series championship under his belt, but never took an at-bat in that World Series.
There's an asterisk next to that. I talked to him before the game and I asked him how many World Series championships he had, and he said 0. And then Syke wanted to say he had 1, but just never appeared in that World Series.
Interesting.
So he has a half a World Series appearance, we'll say. But this is his first at-bat as he takes a strike right at the bottom of the board. Nice riser from Seuss.
He's talking to himself up there.
Which half of the ring does he hit?
The shitty part.
Pop foul, looks like he had one to hit right there. There's been a running bit going this postseason, or this whole season, that Dodger Dave only gets hits in the 6th inning. We'll try not to beat that horse too dead, but it'll get brought up once in a while as he pops it up to center pretty deep. The jinx is gone!
There he is!
Dodger Dave dongs. And the Aces are on the board.
And out comes the home run chain for the Aces.
Chain him, Dumpy. That one just kind of got carried. There's not too much wind tonight. The flags are not even blowing at all, but it felt like that one carried a little bit more than I expected it to.
WebGem and Too Bad having a little off-camera feud and yelling match at each other here. Wonder what that's all about. Former teammates back on the Devil Rays.
A We'll keep you posted on that. Last series with the Grasshoppers and Aces, there was some off-camera action, including cops showing up for the end of the game when things got real testy.
No comment.
Screamgate 2022. Shout out Nightmare.
So how is Ages on the live stream here, but can't show up to the field?
You
Seems
know,
like really,
when you
really
work a
busy,
low
really
pressure
busy work.
job, when you work a really low pressure job, you can just kind of sit on your phone all day and do
Apparently
that.
you don't really have to do anything.
Right. Swing and a miss from WebGem. Riser. The chat's trying to do World Series MVP odds right now. Palp is the favorite to take that at plus 69,420 as WebGem goes down swinging. Psych will come to bat. Sorry if I'm repeating myself. I can't remember what was said when the mic was off, but this is Psych's 5th straight World Series appearance, tied for a record with, what's his name? Mippy 5.
Fun fact though, Psych streak is still currently ongoing, where Mippy's 5s has been broken.
That was more of just a fact than a fun fact. Fun is subjective. Well, let's see how Seuss responds to the shutout being gone. I don't see him getting rattled right here.
I think that might have been a situation with Dr. Seuss was like, hey, I just need to get the ball over the plate. Dodger Dave isn't going to be able to do much with it. Dodger Dave made him pay.
Dodger Dave was here to prove the haters wrong that he couldn't hit in innings 1 through 5. He definitely had beef with me pre-game when he re-listened to the broadcast and me predicting his strikeout as it was happening. Psych to right. Bye. 3-2.
Kid's a gamer.
I ain't hear no bells. What? I ain't hear no fat lady.
WebGem says, I ain't hear no fat lady. I don't think anyone had heard a fat lady in the second inning of Game 1 of the World Series. A couple solo home runs from the Aces get them right back in the game. Just a pure swing there by Psych. Didn't try and do too much with it. Pitch was low and away. He took it to right field. Seuss does not back away from Babyface here. This is Babyface's first appearance in the World Series. Ground ball to left. That is fielded by, oh wow, he's been amazing this game. 3 above average plays, 1 great play, and a 2-run homer, and that's going to end the second inning.
Like C+.
The sliding play, I'd say, was
that was
A-. Yeah. We go to the third inning at Baby Cakes 3, Aces 2.
It ain't no Mippy hit the ball and catch it behind his back thing.
We
That was
have a
99%
hot take coming in from from one of our listeners today. He says, "Tell WebGem to put his shirt on and show some respect for the World Series." From one of our listeners. I don't know who it is. They wanted to be anonymous.
Looking at your phone, I saw it was Cakes, and a former HRL player, current Live Wiffle Ball player, now a disgruntled HRL player. He's going to have some bad takes about the HRL, and that's an absolutely asinine take right there, because you absolutely have to have your shirt off. Although when you're not pitching, that is an ultimate flex to not have the shirt on.
I have heard that as the new Live commissioner, he is going to be requiring shirts at all league events.
Well, I'm out.
Hot take, Mippy 5 is not going to Live League.
He omitted that when he sent me my proposal.
Have we drafted the HRL resolution to make players ineligible for HRL play? Take their HRL card away?
Dr. Seuss steps in. His OBP is 1,000. In the first inning, he had a nice little home run, but in his second at-bat, he had a huge walk. Did not come around to score. No, he did come around to score on the
But it was a
home
pretty
run.
clutch walk, Mip.
It was an incredibly clutch walk. That's just a tough pitch to hit. Riser low, and the momentum has completely shifted back to the Aces.
Ruh-roh.
Hove has played a pretty much perfect game so far. Amazing plays in the field, home run in the second. Let's see if he can continue his hot streak here.
Only in,
64-mile-an-hour riser right there. I believe that's Sykes' warning, so no pitch.
only in the third inning, folks, and Hove already has some blood on his right elbow.
Hove reminds me a lot of the player Grizz, kind of just diving all over the field, sacrificing his body, making some plays. He's like a diet Grizz, if you will.
Correct. Not quite as good, but someday hopes to be as good. Fair enough.
He might,
He's aspiring to be Grizz.
yeah, he might be a little bit taller. He might have better hair. He might have better facial hair. He might be better looking, but I forgot where I was going with that actually.
All I know is anybody that wears those stupid pant things under their shorts are just ugh.
I want to give a big shout out to our sponsor, 69mega.com. Stop watching and stream. Find love at 69mega.com. Little tapper, that's going to stay in the dud zone. If you're new to this league, there's a little line in front of home plate. You can see it from the stream. If the ball does not make it past that dud zone, it's just a foul ball. As your eyes are situated around that semicircle right there, I want to give a huge shout out to WebGem for coming to the fields at noon today and painting those incredible Aces decorations. Although he did add a star there, which I don't think that's in a deck of cards, so I don't know what he's thinking there. As Hove goes down.
I think
on
there are
strikes.
some places in Europe, Mip, that actually have a star as their fifth suit.
Okay. so-
Interestingly enough.
Okay, so he was just playing chess as Pooh Bear stepped up to the dish. That's off the post, it looks like. Dumpy's starting to feel it in left field. When the Aces are chattering, they tend to be battering. Wiffle balls.
That's been the main storyline throughout the season. Dumpy out in left field. He's really took the league by storm this year and has created some enemies along the way. And let me tell you, some people love him, some people hate him. It just depends on what side you're on.
Who loves them?
The Aces.
Oh, okay. Swing and miss by Pooh Bear. Just kidding. I have a lot of love for Dumpy. Love the energy that he brings. I made him cry in Whiffling for Wishes when he was 8, so fond memory of mine.
Fond memory of mine, I made Psych cry in Whiffling for Wishes, so. There's a couple wily vets on the mic tonight.
So the Aces choose central field. This is field 2, correct? Just
Short
technically-
left.
Short left, yeah. As Pooh Bear grounds it back to Psych, and the momentum continues here for the Aces. Aces chose this field, I'm assuming because the Baby Cakes have a lot of opposite field hitters on their team, and it's pretty tough to put one out opposite field with this big chain link fence in right. However, Psych managed to do that just last
Hove
inning.
also went over the chain link, I believe.
Right. He pulled his, though.
He did pull his, correct. Lisa's having some side conversations here, as you can see on the screen.
Is it really already the top of the... Oh, no, it's bottom. It's bottom 3. I almost switched the inning.
Peace. Dodger Dave feeling himself here for a bat number 2.
Good thing it's off camera.
Well, he's got the monkey off his back now. He's got his first career hit in the first 5 innings, so he doesn't have to hear about that anymore. Let's see if he just relaxes now, and maybe the lack of pressure will hurt him. Dumpy just gets under it. Seuss is there. Makes the play.
Aces are all over Dr. Seuss right now, and they're going to start capitalizing.
Yeah. Dumpy was very mad he missed that one. Kicked the fence after popping out.
He's mad he misses everything. So.
It's because every pitch that is in the zone and hits the board should be a dong, Bob. Like that.
Nice riser there from Seuss. Like I mentioned earlier, Seuss's 10th World Series, 4-time World Series champ. Seuss has played in 137 playoff games in his career. He's the all-time leader. That record may never be touched until the Biscuits get back together, I
Wait,
guess.
so Dodger Dave here looking lost at the plate against Dr. Seuss.
Seuss with a little bit more of a conservative approach this time, burying some in the dirt.
Doesn't like the get me over riser here. Oh, one for the bottom of the board there.
Just missed on the riser. Swing and a miss.
It's not bad.
Dave
pitch
is
there.
down. WebGem will step up to the dish. Seuss really nibbling right now.
You can tell he's starting to try and pick a little bit more corners here, man.
Maybe trying to take advantage of the aggressiveness of the aces.
What aggressiveness. I walked like 15 guys last week.
Well, that's because they knew there was a pitcher who couldn't throw strikes. With Seuss, they might be aggressive. They might be aggressive because they think a strike's coming.
Oh,
There's the one.
That ball should be on the building.
Yeah, a lot of late rise to that one, though. Seuss does a really good job of that riser and drop coming from the same arm angle, and it's really tough to pick up until the last second if the ball is going to drop or rise. WebGem rips it off the wall, and they get cursed by the chain link fence that time. They pick any other field in the entire HRL, that's a home run, and we're tied. But they chose this field, so they made their bed. Now WebGem is sleeping on it.
Ain't
in
gonna
first
matter
place.
once Evan goes yard for a 2-run down here.
Is that a call? Throw the hat?
Nope, no call. No
Not
call.
an official call.
Not
for
an
Grizz.
official call.
WebGem with a semi-aggressive lead at first. Seuss checks him.
He's been doing that all playoffs. It's gonna cost him one time here. Ooh, 65. Cheddar, 65 on the gun.
Absolute cheater. Hove doing his patented sit on the fence.
Is that patented? That's a thing he does?
He's been, even in the clutchest of situations. It was the 7th inning in our game 3, and he was sitting on the fence. But by the time the pitch is thrown, he's ready.
That's true. I forget about him.
Oh, I should have called it! I should have
You
called
did not
it!
call that. You absolutely
That is
did
not a
not
call,
call that.
but I should have called it.
Psych. That's why he's called Psycho.
I brought it up, but then I said it wasn't an official call.
An absolute non-call from Grizz.
You're just dipping the toe in the water. You're getting used to the announcing.
And Psych gives the Aces the lead. You get the feeling for the Cakes that every game Seuss pitches is a must-win. So if you're the Aces, if you can steal one from Seuss, you
Series
feel
over.
like series over. So they're looking for the dagger maybe in game 1, as crazy as that sounds. And that's not a slight to Hove, because Hove won game 5 against the Vibes, a very good hitting team.
You know,
But
man,
in order to have a chance against the Aces, you almost have to throw one of the best pitchers in history, the best pitcher in the history of the league in Seuss.
you know, Mip, I'm actually really excited for game 2. I've never seen Hove pitch live. I've heard really mixed reviews and really see how he handles the pressure in the World Series.
Yeah, I've seen him just a handful of times as well. We faced him. When he's on, he can be really on as Babyface draws a walk. But when he's off, things can snowball. And sometimes I think maybe he gets in his head a little bit.
Some would say head case.
Shout out to Madison Cans in the chat. Somebody's girlfriend and book girl. I'm trying to see who.
I believe that is, I want to go on a limb and say Sykes.
Sykes' girlfriend. Shout out Sykes' girlfriend. No, we don't.
Can you confirm, please?
Yeah. Shout out Madison. Now Dumpy steps up. Dumpy leads the league in cars hit with a bat after chucking it over the fence after striking out. He leads the league with 1. There are a couple.
I believe the comments after were "fuck that car," but I could be wrong.
You could also be right.
Fair enough.
There are a couple a couple cars in play. You would almost have to go to right if he's gonna hit it with a bat this time. The left field cars might be out of play today without any wind.
You know, I believe that's his dad's vehicle out there in right field, so that'd be a pretty fitting end.
So poetic. Rip to center. How far can Babyface go? Hove with the field, and Dumpy smartly takes second and stupidly slides into second.
Who slides in the second?
He's going to be feeling that one for the next 2 weeks, but, you know, if it gets the extra base, that's great. But
It's
he
okay,
was not
he's
getting
20.
thrown out anyway.
He's 20, he's young, he can handle it.
Swing and a miss by Dodger Dave. Danger zone time for the Cakes. Seuss needs to get out of this inning, you'd think, to have any chance. Missed low and away. Probably the most important at bat of the game right here. This all started with 2 outs, I believe.
Is this a 2-out rally, Bob? No, Webgen. How many outs are there right now? 2? There 2?
Thought there was 2.
Yeah,
Just probably paying
because
attention.
Webgen walked. Evan home run. Mike single. Dumpy single.
To right. Pooh Bear is there.
Solid 2-out rally by the Aces.
Damage done. Game still in reach, though, as Seuss escapes that inning. Is it the top of the 4th now? Is it top 4?
Top 4.
Okay.
I called your home run, but then I said it wasn't an official call.
Hey, Pooh
Okay.
Bear, top 4?
Yeah.
So top of the 4th, it looks like the scoreboard had already been changed. I didn't realize that had happened. So that was all happening in the 3rd inning. Now we go to the top of the 4th. Aces 4-3 lead.
Kmart with a hot take, Aces in 4.
If they win this game, very feasible. Can Sight get there? Ooh! Almost runs into the fence. I know it was right off camera. Madison, don't worry, he's okay.
That's fine.
I killed a bee.
That's a real man right there. All right, first time pitching for the lead for Syke. Let's see how he responds to this. I'm gonna predict pretty well, just because he's Syke.
Yes, sir.
He's got the little twitch going. Did you see that on that pitch?
That's nice. It's always fun to watch.
I hate batting against that. That little twitch throws off the timing just enough
Yeah,
where
I
your
did that
foot
to me last week, and I put a 450 to the left. That's a good pitch.
and lost by 4.
No. That
Oh,
was
the changeup.
game 1. Andy in his rookie season making it to the World Series. Pretty successful rookie year so far. Rookie of the year candidate in Egan.
Yeah, he's not going to win it because Scrabble is in the league, but he's definitely
But he's
top
a
3.
candidate.
Oh, he's definitely
Yeah.
a candidate as he goes down looking.
He's a candidate, but Scrabble all day.
Palpatine is now one of the oldest players to play in a World Series game at 38 years old.
Plus 50.
I'm just saying the stats that I've been given. So love to see a veteran player
At the age of
making an
38.
appearance. Yep. Still got a vicious swing. If I'm swinging like that in 5 years or 4 years now, I'll be very happy.
As long as you're good in a year. Palpatine is just fun to watch. One of my favorite guys in the league. That's just a good pitch
Yeah,
there.
that's a heavy 60 miles an hour, and you can't hit that. You just say nice pitch and walk back to the bench.
So while we got a little bit of time here while Sykes walking back to the mound, Madison, I have a quick question for you. Is it true that on yours and Sykes' second date, he asked you to watch the HRL Wiffle Ball National Documentary directed and produced by the one and only Mippy 5? Is that a confirmed fact?
I may have some inside information on this, but I am not at liberty to disclose that type of information on the internet. Wow, what a pitch. Syke has that look in his eyes right now. When he has that look in his eyes, oh, I feel sorry for the other team.
If anybody can do it right now, though, it is Dr. Seuss.
Yeah.
That's a firm 63.
Yeah.
Incorrect first
First date.
I was fed some false information. Thank you, Madison, for confirming it was in fact the first date.
Ground ball bobbled, but he makes the play right there. He was probably thinking back to that first date as he bobbled that ball. Any wiffle baller that's willing to go out on a limb and say, watch me in this documentary on your first date is an absolute keeper. And any female or male that goes on a date and enjoys that documentary and accepts the invite and is still with them is an absolute keeper. So this is a true love story wiffle ball. What's that basketball movie? Basketball, Love and Basketball. This is Love and Wiffle Ball right here. A true Hollywood
You know,
story.
some would call it cocky, some would call it arrogant. Others just call it true love.
Frame that and put that in my kitchen. We go to the bottom of the fourth. WebGem leading off.
God damn it, hold on, better. I don't watch this. I found this at this party. Yeah, keep it in case someone else wants it.
I think it was more, yeah, he would wear it. Hold that up again. Hey, broadcasters, how we doing?
We've got Sticks in the building. Good crowd tonight. A lot of Prior Lake fans right here. I would say mostly Babyface or Baby Cake fans. A few Babyface fans probably. But yeah, that's a tough look for Hopkins to have more Egan fans than Hopkins fans.
I also think those Baby Cake fans also are in the same friend group as Dodger Dave and Psych on the
Okay,
Aces. So I think it's kind of a multiple team, multiple
Okay, so if
friend
they're
group
split,
type
then it's split
situation.
pretty even. I'd say Hopkins has a slight advantage. Let's see how Seuss bounces back after surrendering the lead in the third inning. Really, you feel like you need to keep this at 1 right here, just to remain within striking distance.
Fuck you.
And
clutch
WebGem with a
walk!
clutch walk off Seuss, and he throws the bat.
He did his best Dr. Seuss impression there, Mip.
I think he maybe stared him down. He skipped to first base. It wasn't an ashamed walk. It was a, I earned that.
It was a, I'm a better walker than you walk.
Now, how does Seuss approach Psych now? He's given up 2 home runs in his last 2 at-bats. That is popped to right. That's trouble. That's going to drop. And that kind of was in no man's land right there. Pretty good base running there from WebGem to read it. Good fielding there from Pooh to keep that at first and second.
Nobody better you want to have at the plate in this
Right.
type of situation,
Yeah, Babyface almost with a chance for a dagger right here.
except for Grizz from the Grasshoppers.
All right,
Michael.
I want you to pay attention. WebGem here at second base. He's given hand signals to the batter as Seuss picks up the ball. Let's see if he's relaying pitches. Now, I'm not necessarily against that at all. Let's see. No hand signal there. So maybe he didn't pick it up, or maybe I just
Or
missed
maybe it's a Astro situation where you just do no hand signals when it's a certain type of
Oh,
pitch.
yeah.
No, I don't think I'm not seeing anything there. No.
First pitch, I thought I saw something. Now,
Love where your head's at.
yeah, I'm after the 2-0 delivery, low. I'm on board where if you don't hide your pitches and like the opponent can steal them, then go for it.
100%.
Yeah, I don't think that's a dick move, if you will. I think it's just smart wiffle ball. Grounded foul.
Hey, don't hurt the hip.
Swing and a miss by Babyface.
I think that might be my favorite quote of the year. Hashtag whipped for whiffs.
Big fan of that.
That's really tough to beat,
Big
to be
fan of that.
honest.
So they bring you their stuff.
Madison is the gold standard for wiffle ball girlfriends at this point.
I don't really think you could get any better than
You
that.
can't. As Dumpy steps up to the plate,
So-
still 3 cars in play right now.
Let's really hope Psych doesn't fuck that up, huh?
Right, yeah. I mean, he seems locked in right now. If he's as locked in off the field as he is on the field, he should have no problem.
Correct.
Seuss with the screwball leaves it high. You can kind of feel the tension. Tension's coming from the baby cakes right now, and the aces are looking to end it. Swing and a miss. Good pitch there, just high enough that it gets over the swing of Dumpy, and now there's 2 strikes.
This might be the quietest game that Dumpy has had all year, but if he hits a home run here, look out.
Swing and a miss. Good pitch from Seuss, and there goes the bat deep to left. It is fair, but not quite far enough. Just short of the parking lot, and it's going to miss even the van that was driving past right there. Just not quite enough for Dumpy right there.
Seemed like he hesitated a little bit there, Mip.
Almost
I think
double
he could have got
clutched it right there.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well,
Better luck next time.
There has been talk throughout the league of potentially having a bat throwing competition in next year's All-Star game, potential smallpox Dumpy finals.
Oof.
What do you think about that?
If Dumpy has a target, he's going to win. No target, advantage smallpox.
There you
Dodger
go.
Dave here. Now,
Smallpox
late game.
ended.
This is getting a later game. Let's see if he can provide the dagger. Seuss working out of a jam right now. 0-1 to Dodger Dave. He seems to have found that slider up in the zone and that riser up in the zone that's getting over the swing of the aces, and then he mixes that in with the drop ball and gets him to chase. 0-1. Riser doesn't rise, or drop ball drops too much. Couldn't tell right there. Swing and a miss. Good pitch there from Seuss, just low.
Yeah, question.
That's good. Big moment. Low. 2-2 to Dodger Dave. 2 on. 3-2, sorry. Wedgem walked. Sykes singled. Big opportunity for the aces to bust it open. Grounded to left. Hove's there. Hove makes the play, and that'll do it. Crisis averted for Seuss, and the aces strand 2. We go to the 5th. Aces 4, baby cakes 3.
We got a question in the chat here from Kmart. So how awful is the team music between these two teams? Is it better or worse than Wifflepalooza? That is a very good question, Kmart. Let me say, the Baby Cakes do not currently have any music playing as the Aces have taken it over. Mip, what are your thoughts on the Aces music today?
You know, we've got, like I mentioned earlier, we've got Big Booty Mix 69 going on right now. And the good thing about Big Booty Mix 69 is if it's a bad song, it's going to be done in about 18 seconds.
Correct.
The bad thing about Big Booty Mix 69 is if it's a good song, it's going to be done in about 18 seconds. It feels like we're at a club. I can feel the pulse of the music, for better or worse.
This is those damn young kids' music, if you know what I mean.
We're in the top of the 5th. The scoreboard had been updated a little too earlier in the game, so it is officially the top of the 5th right now.
Madison, big booty for life fan. You're not here, you don't have to lie anymore. It's okay. I won't tell Psych that you hate it.
You know, I'm a big fan of the Big Booty Mix in a regular season game. I think it provides a nice chill environment. World Series, it almost trivializes the game a little bit, I feel like. The mystique of the game is gone when you have Kesha drops continually coming in.
What's your music choice in the World Series, or are you a no music kind of guy?
You know, as Psych delivers to Hove, swing and a miss. I've never been in charge of music my whole entire HRL career. There's a lot of things that I feel like I have my fingerprints on in terms of the league or the teams, but I have nothing to do with any of the music. I've not once picked a song.
Do you have a preference?
You know, I take that back. I picked the Narco song to end Wifflepalooza. That's the only time I picked a song because it was the last inning. We had to finish off Blue Wahoos.
So you just took a TikTok trend that you saw on the internet and stole it? Good idea.
I mean, as Pooh Bear swings and misses, I feel like that one was bigger than TikTok, but more or less, yeah. I can tell you've been on TikTok though.
Yeah, who doesn't love TikTok?
Win not really a factor right now, so right field is not out of the question for Pooh Bear. If he can get one over there, I don't think this changes his approach. He's always gone oppo his whole career. I feel like he's still looking to go oppo, even though we have the big fence.
Question remains, can he get it over that big fence? Not with that pitch. He
Not
ain't
on
doing it
that,
with that pitch.
inside slider. Nobody's getting over that fence with that inside slider right there.
Unless you're Chris.
Hondi steps to the dish. If he can get into one right here, this would be a big rookie moment for him. He's had a lot of big moments already this year, but not a playoff signature moment yet.
Are the nerves getting to Hondi? He has been pretty clutch in the playoffs so far.
I should take that back because I did not see the breakdown of the Vibes Baby Cake series yet, and I did hear he probably hit a big home run in one of those
Correct,
games.
correct.
So he's maybe already had his signature moment, looking to add to his lore. Ooh, a little change piece, and Psych is in his mode. We go to the bottom of the 5th. Aces 4, Baby Cakes 3. Danger time for the Baby Cakes. Earlier today we said Madison was probably the gold standards for girlfriends in the HRL, and we had a stray John Cronin pipe into the chat, oof, as he is dating a current player in the HRL.
Who is that current player?
Someone from the Lugnuts, I don't know. Some player, some like rookie.
We don't like the lug nuts though, so it doesn't really matter.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's a tough look for Cronin right there, and I guess tough look for Sully as he's dating someone in the league as well. Webgem takes low. Ground ball down the line, looks like it was just foul. Now one of those, that's batter's call, so there's nobody else down the line to make that call, so it's kind of a gentleman's agreement that the batter makes the call, and Webgem saw that as foul. Ooh, riser left up.
Ticked it. What's up?
Webgem just got a piece of it.
Professional take there by Webgem.
Seuss has pitched well. He's pitched well.
Very
His only
well.
runs have been home runs, and you're going to give up home runs to the Aces. As Webgem laces one over the line for his second single. He's been on base 3 times, according to my mental math right here. Just joined us. We're in the bottom of the 5th. Aces up 4-3. Baby Cakes jumped out to a 3-0 lead on a leadoff homer for Dr. Seuss, and then a 2-run homer for Hove. But then Syke since has had 2 home runs, and Dodger Dave also homered in the second inning for the Aces runs.
Syke might be on a question here of whether or not Madison should show up tonight with
He's
already having 2 home runs on the
3
night.
for his last 3 with 2 home runs.
Pitching a great game. Do you want to ruin that mojo? See what he does here. That'll be the key.
Ooh, drop ball. Syke just
Okay,
missed that one.
She's good now. She can come.
Babyface looking for his first HRL World Series hit. He is the league leader in home run rate.
Useless stat.
Or he for sure is the Hopkins league leader in home run rate. I know
Useless.
Epstein is up there as well. Can't remember who actually finished number 1. Swing and a miss.
I love this chat here from Madison. Grasshoppers were his second favorite team before we played each other. Love that. Appreciate that. Makes us feel good inside.
Hate that take. Seuss delivers. Swing and a miss by Babyface, but it's too fast. He's going to have to redo that one. That's a ball. Not a bad strategy from Seuss, just seeing how fast he can get away with. Worst case, it's a ball. Grounded foul. Took a little off right there at 61. Swing and a miss. He took something off right there at 57, and Babyface was just out front of it.
Not happy.
And there's 2 down, and Dumpy with a chance to provide some potentially much needed insurance right here. Swing and a miss. Good, healthy cut right there. His swings have looked pretty good so far this game. Riser popped foul. That maybe was his pitch, and he knows it.
Hey, that's why you get 3 pitches in this game, right? That's why you get 3 of them.
Yeah, but usually you only get about 1 good one to hit if you're facing Seuss.
Especially against Dr. Seuss, correct.
We'll see. 0-2 to Dumpy. Screwball. Just missed low and away.
That's a good waste pitch there from Dr. Seuss.
That almost came back. 1-2. Drop ball low and away. Another good pitch there from Seuss. Seeing if Dumpy will help him out a little bit.
Dumpy has been known as a rather aggressive hitter.
He has been pretty patient so far this game, though. Riser just misses. What a pitch, but just missed off the outside corner. Now 3-2. Now if you're Seuss, you kind of have to come to him. You do not
Big
want to
eyes
have to
there.
face the next batter. Ripped to center. It's imploded. It'll drop. Pooh fumbles in center. He's going to get it in, but it's not going to be in time. Dumpy reaches second, screams at his teammates, lets bleeping go, and the Aces take a 5-3 lead.
Is that a happy scream at his team? Or
Oh
mad?
yeah,
happy
absolutely
scream, happy
elated.
Scream.
What
Happy
a
scream.
professional at bat by Dumpy. And now Dodger Dave dongs again. Ding dong. The Aces have maybe finished off the baby cakes.
Dodger Dave has more home runs this year off of Seuss than he does off of Grizz. Hot stat. Grizz and Thunderson combined.
Wow, just when you think the
okay.
Cakes were going to get out of the inning, 0-2 to Dumpy.
Cakes
Dumpy takes 3 balls, then muscles a double to center. The next pitch, Dodger Dave. It is the bottom of the 5th, probably his last at bat of the game. That's why he homers. Bottom 5. They're the whole team. 7-3. 7-3. Now, I don't have these stats up in front of me right now, but this has to be the most runs that Seuss has given up all year. I can probably count on 1 hand or 2 hands if he's ever given up more than 7 in a game.
A couple times to the Biscuits.
In his career.
A couple times to the Biscuits. And Crawdads. Just throwing that out there.
And another clutch walk from WebGem.
Dr. Seuss can't be letting the worst hitter on that team get on base.
Shots fired from a former teammate right there. I thought they were super best friends, but apparently they're super worst enemies.
Super best friends give crap to each
Psych!
other.
Out of play. Hove with an incredible effort off camera. Couldn't quite get there anyway.
I just want to mash up a lot of Grizz stream just into one video. Just straight Grizz birds edited.
Ground ball up the middle will be a bucket. Nope, Hove with the play. Nice play there. But not before the 2-out rally once again. Aces score 3 in the 5th, provide some much needed insurance. We go to the 6th, desperation time for the baby cakes. Former HRL player Cakes, instead of joining the chat like a normal human, has been texting Grizz because, I don't know, he feels so exclusive texting rather than posting in the chat. He's too scared to actually type out his true takes in the chat because he knows they're so bad. He said a hot take is there's only one Cakes in the league, and it's not the baby Cakes, it is Cakes himself. Palp will lead off, popped up, and Grizz cannot make the play just like in game 3.
What were you doing that game?
Watching.
Okay.
Great view of it. Oh and 2. Grizz, is this game over?
Yeah, GG's. Oh, this was over in the 4th.
Once Syke got that look in his eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Remember the take at the beginning of the game. Syke's going to give up a couple, but he's a gamer. He knows how to win games. At this current moment in time, unless something drastically changes, I think you got to go Syke MVP Game 1 of the World Series.
Swing and a miss. Palpatine down. Oh, no question about it. Absolutely no question
Throwing a
about
W, 2 dogs. Easy. Cakes have been clutch. Had some big moments in these playoffs so far, though.
Zeus will step in. This will be a good time for a clutch walk, but I don't think it's going to happen against Syke. He's just pounding the board. He knows up 4. He just needs to throw strikes, and chances are batters will get themselves out.
Zeus just wants to send a message here for Game 2.
Oh, hanging changeup. Zeus was just out front, though. And the Cakes are down to their last out. Wow, what a swing of momentum from the 2nd inning till now. It was all Cakes first 2 innings. It's been all aces since the bottom of the 2nd. Wow, what a pitch bottom of the board. Or it looks like it maybe hit the post, so 2-0 to Hove.
At least it's cold enough. That was not a bad choice. How many viewers we clocking in?
Swing and a miss. We'd like to welcome all 15 viewers from this game. Good turnout. More viewers at the rinks than online right now to witness what looks to be, as Hove grounds to left, an Aces victory. Aces go up 1-0 in the series, and they take a chokehold on this as they beat Zeus and put up a touchdown on him to take the 1-0 series lead. We're gonna keep the stream going, but we might take a small break. We'll do a little post-game interview with the hero of this game.
Switch up who's hotspot. I gotta go.
Okay, we are going to stop the stream for a second to switch up the hotspot because Too Bad is lame and wants to go home early, apparently as a child. So as soon as we, can we do our post-game interview quick?
Yes.
Okay. As soon as we do our post-game interview, then we will switch out.
So stick around for that.
Yeah.
Dodger Dave. What did you say about those at-bats?
You'll have to, I don't remember, I blacked out. Oh, jeez. You want to do it or me? You're gonna have to tilt the camera so we can see.
I was locked over here. Kind of scared.
Alright.
Contractual obligation. Media availability.
All right, am I in the shot right now? Move over a little bit this way. All right, we're here with the hero of Game 1, Syke. I would say hero, okay? We're all into hyperbole with these streams. We want to make things seem bigger than life, all that jazz. At one point, you went 3 for 3 off Zeus with 2 home runs when your team really needed it. Did playing with him for these last couple of years help your approach at the plate against Zeus?
I think just looking up to him for so many years, you know, everybody who's played each other a number of times knows what each other's got on the mound and at the plate, and he was locked in from the get-go at the plate, and I had to match when I got my opportunity.
Running the bases?
I think rounding the bases in the World Series is what's most special, but after playing with him and, you know, looking up to him from when I was young, it's definitely special hitting a home run off a guy like that for sure.
Once you took the lead in like the 4th inning, I want to say 4-3, both Grizz and I realized there was a look in your eye, and we see it every once in a while. We've seen it at nationals a few times when you turn into psycho, and you, from our vantage point, you turned into psycho in the 4th. Did you feel something different on the mound starting in about the 4th inning?
I mean, just embracing the moment, kind of. I didn't get my nickname for nothing, so kind of had to channel that energy and bring it out as soon as I could.
There you have it, folks. Aces take a 1-0 series lead. We move on. Do you know who's pitching game 2 for you guys?
Yeah, it'll be WebGem will start for us, and it looks like Hove for those guys. So
Thanks so much, Psych. Good luck the rest of the series. We've got WebGem versus Hove for game 2. Stay tuned. We're going to cut this stream in a few seconds and pick it up in a little bit. HRL Twin Cities, you know the YouTube channel. Make sure to like and subscribe.